So how do you know, or how did you know, I should say, when it was the right time to scale? For instance, I mean, for anyone who doesn't know, I have a partner, and we don't agree on when to scale. I mean, we're not in a fight or anything. But, it's like, but my partner has a number in her head that she wants in that bank account before we scale, and I am very, if we don't have fear, it's not exciting, we're not in business, we gotta just do it today, you know. So when do you know it's the right time to take your next step? When did you know?
Yeah, I like your fear because I actually have a quote above my computer that says if your dreams don't scare you, then you're not dreaming big enough or something like that. Mm-hmm. But I also often kick myself and like, why did I listen to this?
Right, well, that's what she said.
I've never heard anybody.
So I don't have a partner. I knew from very early on. I've been in a startup prior to jumping into early education. We can talk about how I fell into early education as well, because my background is remote policy. So I recognize a lot of different partnerships and how I failed. So I knew when we started Cresthill, I'm like, I'm going to do it on my own. And in terms of when the next location and scaling, it really just, like I said, it's kind of organic. I never thought we'd be here. People ask me often, like, so is this the dream? I'm like, yeah, it's more like a nightmare. But it's a dream. I mean, it's a wonderful, wonderful field to be in. Definitely challenges. We can talk about that later. Labor, managing people, and managing people to manage people to manage people. It's extremely challenging. But scaling it kind of just came organically. I was like, okay, I guess it's time to grow.
Next. I think for me it was more of a feeling, just knowing like, okay, do I just stay in this situation I'm in, it's fine, it's going, and we can keep on doing this, or do I, grow higher, push to get to the next level? So for me it was just like a gut feeling that it's time. It's either now or, close down. Right. Because it just stayed flatlined. And so I wanted something more, and I noticed that as soon as I hired that one really important role, my business grew, and but it was scary to like pay out the paycheck again. Right. This person's making more than I make.
Yeah, there's that payroll.
Worth it.
Yeah. We're in that place now. I mean, we have employees, and we're like, we don't pay ourselves, but they're all making money.
Yeah.
Every month we're like, here you go, bookkeeper, here you go, manager. Yeah, we know.
Yeah.
So you have to take some, I guess, to be an entrepreneur, I realized that after, I didn't think about it before, but you have to love risk like it's part of your guts. You don't. Mm-hmm. I started a partnership actually with another French lady. We were not friends. We were just introduced, and we seemed very complimentary. And I was like, yeah, why not? I mean, it's nice to have someone to talk about it, because my husband is my financial partner, but he has a life every day, and we don't talk about everything that I've been through in detail. So it was fun. It was 6 months, very entertaining. We went to the culinary school together. So, and then we visited some space. It was really nice. But then one day not one day I guess, but it grew on her. She realized she was freaking out about that risk taking. She was like, but I mean, we are signing a lease for 10 years, and then we're going to not get a permit, and we're going to get a permit, and whatever. And she was like completely losing it. And the way she reacted, it took her a few weeks before she faced that reality that it was not for her. She wanted to do a business from her house, something that she can manage. Mm-hmm. She didn't depend on the bank, the landlord, getting the permit. God knows that it's difficult, etc., etc. So she told me, and it was the best thing to do. She said, I don't think I'm meant for that, and I prefer to step out before it's too late. And we're gonna stay in a decent relationship. Let's put it like that. And we are great now. And she's my designer. She's doing a lot of work for CHOC. So she's still like a little part of it, but very remotely. I think it's in your guts, really. Yeah. But it doesn't prevent it from being scary. Yeah.
Agreed. For me, I have an end goal. I know where I want to be. And in order to be able to get there, I have to scale. Like, I can't do it all. And so I had that minute where I was like, no, I'll just do that. Like, why am I doing that? Because I have this framework in my head of the $10 task, $100 task, $1,000 task, $10,000 tasks. And every single time I do something, I'm like, what is the dollar value? And I actually have a very real dollar value on my time. So in a lot of ways, I can value my time a lot easier, I think, than when you're in a project-based business or something, because I have a dollar value. And every time I'm not billing a client and I'm doing something else, it has to be able to make up for that. So for me to be sending fee agreements that's a $10 task I shouldn't be doing. Somebody on my staff should be doing that. And so I knew that if I wanted to be able to get where I wanted to go, if I wanted to build the kind of law firm that was different than any other law firm that had been built, there was just no other way to do it other than that, and it was like in my gut. I never did well working for other people. I don't want to be told what to do. I don't want to be told where to be. I love servicing clients. I like being a partner with my clients, but I in no way wanted someone to be like, you need to be sitting in your chair every single day from 8 to 8, and you need to have FaceTime. And in the law profession, that's very much the way it is. It just didn't fit my personality. So I knew at some point I was going to have to sort of do my thing and do it my way to make it fit me. And the only way to do that was to build something. And so I just sort of, that's always my end goal, and I'm always thinking about like, where am I going to be? What do I want to be doing? What do I want to say I'm doing in 5 years? And that's how am I going to get there?